Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog. It is great to have you here today. If you are new here, my name is Michelle and I'm a flight attendant for a major US airline based in San Francisco, California. I vlog about my trips and I do my best to take you guys with me. Tomorrow, we have another airport standby assignment, and if you know me, or if you've watched any of my videos, or if you have probably heard me talk for like over 2 minutes, you would know that I don't like airport standby. It is not my favorite. For those of you that don't know what it is when we sit at the airport for 4 hours and we're used for any last minute needs. So sometimes it's really cool because sometimes you sit there and you get paid for scrolling on TikTok and talking to your friends. But sometimes it is very stressful because you don't know what you can get. You don't know when you might be called. You really just have to go whenever scheduling calls you and adapt to whatever they give you. So I don't like it because I like to have things planned out. I don't really like the spontaneity of it. I like to know when I like to pack for something I know I'm going to do. I don't like to guess what I'm packing for, So some people like it, some people don't. I'm one of the ones that don't. But nevertheless, we have it tomorrow at 7 a.m. and we are going to make the most of it. Let's see. I'm on call for 3 days, so I'm good for 3 days, so I could be used for a 1, 2, or 3 day trip, and yeah, we'll see what we get. I have not packed it all yet. Really, all I've done is really like prep my food and pack my lunchbox, so I have to pack for it. Shouldn't be too hard. I usually keep generally the same stuff in my suitcase, and then shower and head to bed. It's 8:15 p.m. right now, and I think I'm waking up around 5 a.m. So we're gonna try to get to bed as soon as possible. I will talk to you in the morning. Good morning. It is pitch black outside. It is 6:12 a.m. My standby doesn't start until 7 a.m. So I am here with actually plenty of time to spare. Yeah, feeling tired, but feeling okay. Definitely not sure what I'm in the mood for. I don't think I want to fly, but I think I'm going to, so wish her good luck. Good morning. It is day 2 of airport standby in a row. Yesterday we had it at 7 a.m. We did not get used. We just got used for 1 pre-board, then we went home, nice and easy. Today, I preferenced a ton of trips, and I honestly should have gotten them because I was number 1 in line for a 2-day, but the system kind of whacks out if there's not enough reserves for assignments per day, and it basically just like assigns my earliest check-in. So I was assigned not any of the trips I referenced, but I was assigned this 5 a.m. airport standby, which I am not super excited for, but we'll see what we have in store here for today. Wish me luck. It is so early. There's no one here yet. I have not been to the airport this early in a long time. Okay, so I did get a trip off standby. I saw this in there and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it or not because I wasn't legal for the whole duty day. But they ended up breaking the trip apart, so I would work a flight that I was legal for, and I'm honestly really happy about this trip. It is work 1 leg to Cancun, long layover, and I'm supposed to deadhead back home tomorrow. I love the long Cancun layover. I've only had it once in my whole entire life and I adore it. So I could not be more happy that I'm going back. I am back galley. The rest of my crew up front is on reserve too, and they got off standby. The guy who I'm working back here with now, I think he's Newark based. But yeah, I'm all catered already, so I'm just gonna start prepping my galley, and yeah. Hello. Okay, so much has happened and I just gotta catch you up. And I don't know how much I told you guys when I was on the plane, but I'm just gonna kind of like reiterate some of that to you because I just need to tell you what happened. So I was on standby, and basically there are these trips that popped in, but I wasn't legal for it. It was SFO Cancun, Cancun, Houston, layover in Houston, deadhead home. Not a bad trip, but I just wasn't legal for it because I started at 5 a.m. and that trip would have put me over a 13-hour duty day, which we cannot be scheduled for on multiple day trips. So then I was like, well, what are they gonna do? There's nobody else to cover this SFO Cancun flight. I'm like one of the only people on standby at this time. So then what they ended up doing is breaking the trip apart so I could be legal for this flight, and they had me do SFO Cancun layover in Cancun. And the rest of my crew had to work to Houston because they started standby later than me. One started at 7, one started at 8, and I started at 5, so I did start earlier than them. But I'm just like so happy that I got this layover. I've only had this layover once before, and it was pre-COVID. It was one of my last really fun trips before COVID, and I'm just so glad to be back. I wish that I had the crew that I worked here with me on this layover. I think we would have had so much fun together. We got along so well. They were awesome, all junior. It would have been so much fun. But unfortunately, I'm by myself. The pilots are also staying here, but I'm not planning on hanging out with them. I'm planning on doing my own thing. But yeah, I will show you the hotel room. I'll show you this resort. I really, really like this hotel. It was one of my favorite layovers, and I'm really thankful I have it again. I'm thankful for my good trip here. It was a long flight. It was 5 hours of flying, but the guy I worked with, I got along with really well. We had flown together once before, back when I was Newark based, like 3 years ago, and we got along well again, and the passengers were very nice. It was just a long flight. It was honestly a long flight, and a lot of the Mexico flights, like if people are going on vacation, people can tend to be a little bit more needy, but everyone was very, very kind. It was a really good crowd. Let me show you the room, and then I'm gonna get changed, and we're not wasting another minute when we could be spending it exploring Mexico. Okay, you walk in, we got a closet, and this cool tile floor. The bathroom is lovely. Love this shower. This is awesome. And then, I think this is one of those fridges that you can't take anything out of or you'll get fined. Oh, I can probably put something on this side. This is safe. 2 beds. A hotel with Netflix. We love to see it. And then they give you 2 little complimentary water bottles, which I love. Coffee, and then I have a balcony. This is just the kind of disappointing thing about this room is last time my balcony was had a way better view. But honestly, like, this was a last minute room ad for me. Like, they just booked this for me earlier this morning, so I can't complain. Like, it's still gorgeous. It's just, it's not as good as what it was last time, which if I could find a picture, I'll insert it. But I'm not complaining. This is great. Okay, let's figure out how to open this. Oh, there we go. Oh, push, push. We can't complain. We love this. The balcony's honestly huge. Okay, we're getting changed. We are going out. I'm just like laughing to myself because I was like, oh, should I bring like a summery dress? No, Michelle, like you're not gonna go anywhere summery. Like the only summery place you could go is like Hawaii or Mexico, but you're not gonna go there. And then she ends up in Mexico. So this is the pool area. Last time I had one of those rooms that overlooked the pool. Okay, so I'm back in my room and I ended up eating dinner at one of the hotel restaurants, which the hotel has like 5 or 6 or so different restaurants, and I just chose one of them that looked the coolest to me. I normally do not like to eat at hotel restaurants. I like to go out, find something else, find something in the city or wherever I am. But the reason why I decided to eat at one tonight was just mostly for safety. It's really dark outside by the time I was going to eat after I watched the sunset on the beach. And like where we're at, it's mostly just hotels, and there's not as many other restaurants just nearby, and it is geared towards tourists more so. And I was like trying to go out and walk around and find something else, but I don't really know the area very well, so that's one thing. And normally I'm like very much okay with like going out on my own, exploring. I'm not super like overly cautious, but because this is a foreign country, I don't know the area very well. I was alone, and also there weren't that many people like out walking. Like if it's a busy street, that's one thing, but there were like, I saw like 2 people out walking, like that was it. So I was like, it's just not worth it. Like I'm sure it is safe and I'm sure it's totally fine, but like in my mind I was like, it's just not worth risking something going wrong to find better food. Like I can do that in the daylight, or I can do that when I'm with people, but for now, I think it's probably best that I stay close to the hotel, which I did. The food was okay. I actually did. It was at like a Thai restaurant by the hotel, or in the hotel, I guess. I actually did bring back dessert to my room because I wanted to eat it in bed. Also, I want to say, sorry, this is me talking for a couple minutes. I'm like really proud of myself because I'm fine going to like coffee shop on my own, cafe on my own. I can eat like breakfast on my own, stuff like that. But like dinner, I'm not one to go out to eat dinner on my own. Really, that's just, oops. Sorry, low battery. It's just not something I usually do by myself. Like go to a sit-down restaurant, usually I'll just get takeout because I feel more comfortable eating in bed, watching TV or something. But today I was like, I'm going to a restaurant and I'm gonna go sit by myself. And it's like a good, empowering experience. Like, I think it's just so cool to be able to be independent and be okay spending time with yourself and like kind of letting go of maybe what other people might think of you or any assumptions other people have, because chances are they probably aren't paying attention to you. And yeah, I was proud of myself for doing it, and I think I'm gonna do it more now. But I did want to eat dessert in my bag because I wanted to watch Netflix. But anyways, it is 9:15 p.m. Cancun time, which is 7:15 p.m. SFO time. So I know it is really early, but I did wake up at 3 a.m. for standby. And tomorrow my pickup is 11:15 a.m. And I would like to make the most out of the morning as possible and get as much daylight as I can. So I'm going to try to head to bed early so I can wake up early, and we'll see if it works.